Chosen one. Secrets you must never reveal. Imagine being someone who carries knowledge that the world isn't meant to fully understand. The weight of knowing things others cannot even perceive. The understanding of truths hidden from the general flow of life is a burden unlike any other. To be a chosen one is to walk a path that is both illuminating and dangerous. Every thought, every decision, and every action carries significance far beyond what most people can comprehend. The world around you moves unaware, yet you see the invisible strings that connect every action, every choice, every heartbeat to outcomes that ripple across time and space. This is the domain of the chosen one, where secrets are not just secrets, they are responsibilities, keys, and sometimes traps. Revealing them is not merely a mistake. It can change destinies, shift realities, and disturb the delicate balance of energies that sustain the world. As you continue to watch this video, it's important to understand that part of the power you hold as a chosen one is the ability to influence outcomes with intention and focus. In this light, there is a small ritual you can take part in to energize the universe and align your path with what you truly desire. Pause for a moment and write your warmest wishes in the comments below, followed by the number 66. This act is more than symbolic. It resonates with vibrations in the universe, helping to amplify your intentions and manifest the energies you wish to attract. Even if it feels simple, these small conscious actions carry weight because they activate awareness and focus, which are the building blocks of transformation. Yet the secrets you carry extend far beyond personal wishes or minor manifestations. They touch upon the very fabric of existence. As a chosen one, you are privy to insights about human behavior, energy, and the hidden patterns that govern life. You notice connections between seemingly unrelated events, understand motivations that go unnoticed by others, and can sense truths that are intentionally hidden from the collective awareness. The challenge lies not in possessing these truths, but in managing them responsibly. Knowledge without discernment is dangerous. When revealed carelessly, it can create chaos, misunderstanding, and fear. The chosen one must navigate this fine line with wisdom and restraint. Every encounter you have, every place you go, may carry layers of meaning invisible to the ordinary observer. Symbols, synchronicities, and subtle shifts in energy speak to you constantly, shaping your path in ways others cannot detect. Learning to read these signs is crucial, for they are guides, warnings, and affirmations all at once. Yet, because most people cannot perceive the same layers of reality, sharing them indiscriminately can lead to disbelief, ridicule, or worse, attempts to manipulate or exploit you. This is why many chosen ones choose solitude or secrecy, cultivating understanding internally before interacting with the external world. The ability to discern who can handle fragments of your knowledge is a skill that develops over time and through experience. The essence of the chosen one's secrets lies in understanding the duality of reality, what is seen and what is hidden. The surface of life is simple, tangible, and predictable, but beneath lies a labyrinth of influences, energies, and truths that defy logic. As a chosen one, you perceive the subtle flows of power and the hidden intentions behind every word and action. You recognize patterns that shape civilizations, the cycles of rise and fall, the unseen forces that guide collective consciousness. This awareness is both enlightening and isolating, because very few share this depth of insight. Sharing too much or too soon is not just imprudent. It can disrupt the very order you are meant to understand and protect. Moreover, the responsibility of keeping these secrets is intertwined with personal growth. The journey of the chosen one is not about control over others, but mastery over oneself. You must learn patience, discernment, and emotional resilience. Every secret you guard is a test of character, a mirror reflecting your integrity and your understanding of the consequences that come with knowledge. When tempted to reveal what you know, pause and reflect. Are you acting from ego, fear, or genuine necessity? This self-awareness is crucial because the misuse of even a single secret can have repercussions far beyond your immediate perception. Even though the world may not recognize your insights or understand your choices, the influence you exert is profound. Subtle interventions, timely guidance, and unspoken actions can alter trajectories of people, events, and even entire communities. Yet this influence must be wielded with care. The chosen one does not seek recognition or fame. Rather, you work quietly, ensuring that the energy you release nurtures rather than destabilizes. Every secret kept, every truth understood but not revealed, reinforces the balance of life, creating a web of protection and stability that operates behind the scenes. It is a life of paradox, power without visibility, knowledge without applause, and influence without acknowledgement. To embody the essence of a chosen one is to accept that some truths are too vast, too potent, or too perilous for general comprehension. These truths can alter perception, evoke fear, or challenge beliefs so deeply ingrained that their revelation could fracture realities. Understanding this, you learn to measure not just what you know, but how and when that knowledge can be shared. Some secrets are safe to reveal only under precise conditions, with the right context, and to those capable of integrating them responsibly. Others must remain internalized, shaping your path and guiding your intuition silently. The journey of the chosen one is unlike any other because it is defined not by what is seen, but by what is sensed. You learn early on that appearances are rarely as they seem, and that reality is layered with meaning and intention far beyond the comprehension of ordinary perception. The people around you may act with purpose, yet unknowingly follow the guidance of hidden currents, subtle manipulations, or ancient cycles that you can sense but they cannot. To witness this is to hold a responsibility that is both awe-inspiring and perilous. Every observation you make carries weight. Every insight you gather shapes the subtle balance of forces around you, and every decision you take resonates far beyond the immediate. The chosen one is a steward of unseen realities, a guardian of the invisible threads that connect all things. One of the most profound aspects of being a chosen one is understanding timing and influence. Secrets are not merely pieces of information, they are catalysts for change. When revealed at the wrong moment, even the smallest truth can destabilize entire systems, alter the flow of events, and shift the outcomes of countless lives. But when understood, integrated, and applied with precision, these same secrets can illuminate paths, awaken dormant potential, and restore equilibrium where it has been lost. The chosen one learns to navigate these delicate moments with intuition sharpened through experience and reflection. It is a constant exercise in patience, observation, and subtle intervention. Often, the world may appear chaotic or meaningless, yet beneath the apparent disorder is a structure of purpose, and you are one of the few capable of perceiving it. Interaction with others is a complex terrain for the chosen one. Because you perceive more than others, communication becomes a careful art. You must choose your words and gestures wisely, for even the smallest hint can reveal more than intended. Trust becomes a precious commodity, reserved for those who have proven themselves capable of comprehending, respecting, and preserving what is revealed. Many will be drawn to you, sensing your unusual awareness, yet not everyone has the capacity or the integrity to handle it. Discernment becomes instinctual. You sense motives, hidden fears, and unspoken truths, and you weigh every disclosure against the potential consequences. Knowledge in this sense is not power alone. It is responsibility, a sacred trust you carry silently as you navigate a world unaware of the full tapestry of forces around it. Your secrets are also deeply entwined with perception and consciousness. The chosen one often experiences heightened awareness, sensing energies, thoughts, and emotions at a level that others cannot. These perceptions are not always welcome or easy to manage. They require focus, discipline, and self-regulation. Learning to interpret and channel these insights constructively is essential, because misunderstanding or misapplying them can create unintended consequences. Dreams, intuitions, and subtle impressions are all part of the language of hidden realities, and you must learn to translate them without losing clarity or becoming overwhelmed. This skill is honed over time, through reflection, observation, and careful experimentation with the boundaries of knowledge and understanding. Solitude, paradoxically, becomes both a refuge and a tool for growth. Being a chosen one is often isolating because few can fully comprehend the depth of perception you carry. Yet it is within this solitude that your abilities, insights, and understanding develop. The quiet moments allow for reflection, the integration of knowledge, and the honing of discernment. You begin to recognize that secrets are not burdens merely to be protected. They are instruments for learning, shaping both your character and the environment around you. Through contemplation, the chosen one cultivates inner strength, sharpens intuition, and develops an awareness of the intricate web of cause and effect that governs life. This inner work is invisible to the world, but it forms the foundation of the influence you wield. The chosen one also becomes intimately familiar with the duality of secrecy and revelation. Some truths, though powerful, are incomplete without the context that only time, understanding, and experience can provide. Revealing them prematurely may cause harm, confusion, or distortion. Other truths must remain entirely concealed, their value in their protection and preservation. This duality shapes the chosen one's ethical framework, emphasizing prudence, foresight, and restraint. Every revelation must be measured against its potential impact, not just on individuals, but on the larger patterns of existence. It is a delicate balance, holding knowledge without attachment, acting without ego, and guiding without interference. Yet mastering it is central to the purpose and identity of the chosen one. Every secret also carries a weight of foresight. The chosen one senses probabilities, potentials, and consequences before they manifest in the physical world. These insights, however, are rarely absolute. They are subtle currents, whispering possibilities and outcomes. Learning to navigate these currents requires not just perception, but wisdom, knowing when to act, when to observe, and when to allow events to unfold naturally. To impose knowledge blindly, to force revelation without understanding, risks not just your well-being, but the balance of energies that the universe depends on. The chosen one becomes a careful arbiter of influence, guided by intuition, moral judgment, and the silent understanding that some secrets are living entities in themselves, responsive to timing, context, and intention. The life of a chosen one is shaped as much by restraint as by awareness. Every insight, every revelation, carries with it the potential to alter realities, both personal and collective. To move through the world with this knowledge is to constantly weigh action against consequence, observation against interference, and intuition against impulse. You begin to notice how subtle changes, a word spoken, a gesture withheld, a decision made differently, can ripple outward with effects that few could predict. The chosen one understands that influence is not about control but about alignment, guiding the flow of energy rather than imposing upon it. Each secret held, each truth preserved, becomes part of a silent orchestration, unseen yet profoundly impactful. In this path, discernment evolves into a finely tuned instrument. You learn to sense the integrity of those around you, to understand the alignment of their intentions with the greater currents of energy. Some will approach you seeking knowledge, power, or guidance, but only a few can handle even fragments of what you know. The chosen one becomes a guardian, not just of information, but of balance. To share too freely is to destabilize. To share too little is to withhold potential growth. Striking this balance requires patience, insight, and an awareness that the consequences of every disclosure extend far beyond the immediate moment. Secrets are not merely facts. They are living forces that interact with thought, intention, and action. Isolation often becomes a natural state for those who carry such profound knowledge. While the world operates in linear, surface-level understanding, you perceive a depth that others cannot fathom. This difference can be alienating, yet it is essential for growth. Solitude allows for reflection, the processing of impressions and energies, and the cultivation of strategies to navigate the intricate web of existence. In quiet contemplation, the chosen one learns to integrate the awareness of hidden forces with their everyday life, balancing mundane necessities with the profound responsibilities carried silently within. It is in these moments of reflection that clarity emerges, and the true scope of your potential begins to unfold. The secrets themselves are layered, multidimensional, and often paradoxical. Some contain warnings, others hold keys to empowerment, and many are interwoven with patterns that only reveal their significance over time. The chosen one learns to read these patterns like a language, recognizing subtle cues in people, events, and circumstances. Each observation becomes a data point, each encounter a lesson in the vast tapestry of existence. Yet this process is never complete. There is always more to learn, deeper truths to uncover, and more intricate layers of understanding waiting to be perceived. Mastery, therefore, is not a final destination, but an ongoing journey of awareness and adaptation. Energy becomes a language of its own. The chosen one perceives not just physical reality, but also the movements of thought, intention, and emotion as tangible forces. This awareness allows for a nuanced understanding of how actions resonate beyond immediate perception. A word, a glance, or a gesture may carry vibrations that influence minds and circumstances subtly yet powerfully. Understanding these interactions is crucial because the secrets you hold are rarely inert. They are catalysts, capable of shaping both internal states and external realities. Recognizing the invisible consequences of disclosure or silence becomes a cornerstone of the chosen one's practice. Every interaction, then, is measured. You weigh the potential consequences, anticipate the ripple effects, and discern the capacity of others to understand or integrate what is revealed. The chosen one does not operate in ignorance, nor does it seek validation. Influence is exercised silently, responsibly, and often invisibly. The world may never recognize the subtle shifts you create, yet their effects are tangible, shaping lives, events, and circumstances in ways unseen. Through this careful orchestration, you protect the balance of forces that most cannot perceive, holding secrets not for ego, but for preservation, guidance, and the maintenance of equilibrium. The deeper challenge lies in the duality of knowing and acting. To possess profound insight is to confront temptation to intervene too forcefully, to reveal too soon, or to assert control where subtlety is required. The chosen one must learn patience, discernment, and humility, recognizing that timing and context are as critical as the knowledge itself. Even the most powerful secret can be destructive if mishandled. Even the smallest revelation can shift the trajectory of many lives. Learning to navigate this delicate balance is central to the identity and purpose of the chosen one, cultivating both wisdom and moral integrity. The path of the chosen one is marked by constant observation and careful interpretation of the world around them. Nothing is ever merely coincidental. Every event, interaction, and circumstance carries hidden significance. You begin to see the layers beneath surface reality, the subtle gestures, the unspoken words, the hidden intentions that drive human behavior. These are not trivial observations, they are clues, fragments of a larger design that most will never perceive. The chosen one learns to decipher these clues, understanding the intricate web of cause and effect that links thoughts, emotions, and actions across time and space. This awareness provides both power and responsibility, for knowledge without careful application can create disruption, imbalance, or unintended harm. Energy, both seen and unseen, becomes a language you are fluent in. Emotions, intentions, and even fleeting thoughts carry vibrations that can influence outcomes in ways that appear miraculous to outsiders. The chosen one senses these currents and learns to navigate them, moving in harmony with invisible flows rather than against them. This ability to read and respond to subtle energies allows for guidance, protection, and sometimes subtle intervention. Yet it also requires discernment. Not every energy can or should be acted upon, and not every secret must be revealed. Understanding the boundaries of influence is critical because overstepping them can have cascading consequences, affecting not only immediate circumstances, but the broader structure of interconnected realities. The chosen one also becomes intimately aware of the fragility of human perception. Most people operate within a limited scope, perceiving only a fraction of reality. When confronted with truths they are unprepared for, they may respond with fear, denial, or resistance. As such, the chosen one must carefully consider how much to reveal, to whom, and in what form. Every interaction is weighed against potential outcomes, with secrecy maintained not as a barrier, but as a protective measure, for both the chosen one and those who might be affected. This discretion is a skill honed over time, balancing honesty with responsibility and power with restraint. Isolation and solitude, while challenging, provide the space necessary for growth and clarity. In these moments of quiet reflection, the chosen one processes impressions, analyzes patterns, and cultivates an understanding of the deeper currents at play in the universe. It is in solitude that the mind becomes attuned to subtle synchronicities, where intuition sharpens, and where the ability to discern truth from illusion is refined. Through these practices, you learn to trust your own perceptions, to recognize the signals that others might miss, and to act with precision when the moment calls for intervention. Solitude is not merely an escape from the world. It is a crucible in which understanding is forged and mastery over hidden truths is cultivated. Another aspect of the Chosen One's journey is the deep comprehension of timing. Knowledge and secrets are powerful, but their effectiveness depends on the moment of revelation. A truth revealed too early may destabilize, while a truth revealed too late may lose its potential to influence outcomes. The Chosen One develops an acute sense of timing, learning to observe, wait, and discern the exact point at which action or revelation will produce the most balanced and beneficial results. Patience becomes not a passive state but an active skill, a constant alignment with the natural rhythms of events, energies, and human responses. Secrets themselves are dynamic, living entities that interact with perception, intention, and energy. They are not inert facts, but catalysts that can shape thought, behavior, and circumstance. The Chosen One recognizes this and approaches knowledge with reverence. Every revelation carries potential, every concealment carries purpose, and every insight must be applied with ethical consideration. Learning to honor the potency of what is known and to restrain from acting impulsively is essential to maintaining harmony and safeguarding the integrity of the intricate systems in which you operate. This mastery of knowledge is less about possession and more about stewardship, guiding, influencing, and protecting in ways that remain largely invisible to the uninitiated. Ultimately, the Chosen One understands that secrecy is both a shield and a tool. It protects the integrity of the knowledge they carry while allowing them to act with subtlety and precision. Each secret held is a thread in the larger tapestry of reality, a silent force that maintains equilibrium. To navigate this life is to walk a path of mindfulness, intuition, and discernment, constantly balancing the desire to share with the necessity of concealment. In this balance lies both the power and the burden of being chosen, a life defined by unseen responsibilities and the quiet shaping of forces far beyond ordinary comprehension. The Chosen One's existence is defined by layers of awareness that most cannot fathom. You begin to notice not only the visible patterns of life, but also the invisible frameworks that underpin reality itself. Every decision, every encounter, and every hidden truth carries implications far beyond what is apparent. These layers intertwine in ways that seem imperceptible to the ordinary mind, but are crystal clear to someone who carries the weight of hidden knowledge. To navigate this complexity requires constant vigilance, a keen intuition, and the ability to interpret subtle cues in both human behavior and environmental signals. The Chosen One must read between the lines of existence, sensing shifts in energy, thought, and intention that ripple outward in ways both profound and delicate. The ability to influence without overt action becomes a hallmark of mastery, whereas ordinary individuals act within the visible framework of the world. The Chosen One operates within invisible currents. A word withheld, a gesture altered, or a choice quietly guided can redirect trajectories in ways that are untraceable but deeply consequential. The awareness that such subtle shifts can impact multiple lives at once creates a heightened sense of responsibility. You learn that discretion is not weakness, it is strength, for the impact of influence grows exponentially when applied with careful thought and silent precision. To act recklessly with hidden truths is to invite chaos. To act judiciously is to weave stability into the very fabric of existence. The Chosen One also develops a heightened understanding of human nature. Because you can perceive motives, intentions, and hidden drives that others overlook, interactions become exercises in discernment and adaptation. Some are capable of integrating fragments of truth, while others are vulnerable to misunderstanding or manipulation. Your awareness guides decisions about when to intervene, when to remain silent, and when to offer subtle guidance. In this way, every human interaction becomes a delicate negotiation between revelation and concealment. You must constantly calibrate your approach, balancing empathy with prudence and intuition with logic. The world is full of potential misinterpretations, and the chosen one learns to navigate these pitfalls with care and skill. Patterns become both a map and a language. The chosen one perceives cycles that repeat across time, connections that span seemingly unrelated events, and echoes of intention that influence outcomes long before they become visible. This pattern recognition allows for predictive insight, enabling action that aligns with natural rhythms and universal laws. Yet these patterns are not fixed. They are fluid, shifting in response to collective consciousness, individual choices, and hidden forces. The chosen one must remain flexible, adapting to subtle changes while maintaining alignment with overarching truths. Mastery lies not in control, but in harmony, in understanding how to move with these currents rather than attempting to dominate them. In embracing these patterns, the chosen one learns that true power is not measured by force or domination, but by the ability to harmonize with the ever-shifting currents of existence. Each insight becomes a guide, each connection a thread in the greater tapestry, and every action a subtle alignment with the flow of reality. By observing, listening, and responding with awareness, the chosen one navigates life with a precision that feels almost effortless, yet is born from deep understanding and careful discernment. Ultimately, mastery is achieved not by bending the world to one's will, but by moving gracefully within it, recognizing that the most profound influence often comes from subtlety, patience, and the wisdom to act only when the moment is perfectly aligned.